What's going on, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets and DFS. I am back with my partner Reoz, bringing you guys the NFL Week 2 main slate. We're covering the 1 o'clock and the 4 o'clock games over here on the Eastern time zone. Also, the 8 o'clock game is going to be covered in a separate video. As also, we have a Monday night doubleheader at 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock, I believe the next game is. Two really good games. We're going to be doing all those in a separate video as well. So be sure to be tuned in, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell notification to receive all the videos we're going to be dropping for the NFL season. Not a really positive game for us in the NFL Thursday night game, but it really was a solid game to watch. Either way, we're going to bounce back here. We did a lot of research for this Sunday slate. We did a first look article as well over on the Patreon. So, Riaz, tell them about that.
Yeah, like Dale mentioned, the Patreon, you can find it at patreon.com/upstate. Everything will be linked in the description below, but we changed up our Patreon a lot. Our buddy Jordan's working on some sheets to help cut down the research for not only us, but for people on the Patreon. And we're also going to put out a lot of articles. Our first look article, guys to fade away, guys that we're really targeting. Along with the picks on Thursday, Sunday night, and Monday night, there's just going to be a lot of content over on the Patreon. If you have been following us for a while, me and Dell love putting out content. We flood the YouTube channel like crazy. I know it's been a while, but I promise this channel is about to be flooded, and so is the Patreon.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention when things get into the NBA season, it's going to be a whole different game. So, thank you guys for sticking with us. If you're back from NFL last season, thank you for sticking with us. And if you're here, like I said, hit that subscribe button and also drop a comment down below. If we get to any picks here that we didn't mention, we'll definitely hit you guys with some knowledge in the description below. I mean, in the comment section if you want to drop some stats down there. So, thank you guys. Let's jump right into the video, man. I got someone in passing yards I want to get to, and that's going to be Carson Wentz here. Really solid game. I like his line at 239 here. I like him to go over just because of the volume he had last week. I mean, 41 pass attempts. I don't know if it's something we can expect every week, but I mean, this game is a sneaky shootout. It's at 48.5. It's actually the second highest on the main slate here on Sunday, and the Lions are super aggressive in terms of blitzing. Like, they're a really heavy blitz team, and Carson Wentz hasn't been historically great against the blitz. However, last Sunday he played really well against the blitz. I mean, Jacksonville was getting to him a little bit, but he was dumping it to Antonio Gibson, and now the fact that he's developing that chemistry with him, he caught seven balls for 72 receiving yards. They don't have a receiving line out for him yet, but we'll stay tuned on that. However, just developing that confidence, with Antonio Gibson and the fact that Detroit's going to blitz him, they have that in the bag now where they can set up screens. I think Wentz can rack up a ton of yards there, and the fact he threw a lot of darts down the sideline. I mean, granted, he had two picks in the second half. That's what you're going to get with Carson Wentz. He's a he's a shaky guy. He's inconsistent. However, I do think that they might have unlocked him this year. He could throw a ton of balls this season. We're not sure, but I know the coaches have confidence in him. The team's got confidence in him, and he's also got some weapons on the outside in Dotson, Samuel, as well as McLaurin. So I'm not going to say I'm super high on Carson Wentz for the rest of the season, but in this shootout against Detroit, I do love Carson Wentz.
That's the best thing about daily fantasy is you can target a guy like Carson Wentz, who is very unpredictable, had a great week one, and is now in a really great matchup for week two. So I love Wentz, and I'm going to stay here in passing yards with Jameis Winston. His line sitting at 227 and a half. I really love this over. There's a lot of question marks going into this game. Kamara's a little banged up. Not sure if Mark Ingram is going to play. They just signed Latavius Murray to the practice squad, or they're going to activate him if uh, Ingram is out. So they could be throwing the ball a lot, but we saw Michael Thomas explode. I believe he's back. He's going to be a huge target for Jameis Winston. We even saw their new addition of Jarvis Landry just absolutely explode, go for over 100 yards receiving. And they also have the rookie Olave, who is a deep threat, a big target guy. So Jameis Winston has a ton of weapons, and I like this matchup. A lot of teams abandon the run against this Tampa Bay front. So I can see Jameis Winston throwing the ball 50 times, 45 times, and that's nothing new to Jameis Winston. He's not afraid to throw the ball deep, and with all those weapons around him, it's kind of hard to see a line so low coming off a week where he just had 269 yards passing to not smash this line.
Yeah, I mean, Jameis Winston in 2019, we would be laughing at this line for him. We know what he's capable of. We know that he can absolutely sling that ball. I mean, yeah, the picks are picks, but hey, we're not looking for him to be super accurate or to get a ton of, touchdowns here. We're looking for him to just throw that thing. That's what we're looking for here, and I definitely think he can do it in this matchup. Like you said, it's hard to run on Tampa Bay, but I think the big thing is New Orleans has played so well against Tampa Bay in the regular season. They've had their number. I know Tampa Bay is going to want to come out and win this game. However, New Orleans is one that to watch out for in terms of you're looking for a money line pick if you're into the betting side of things. So I love that pick for Jameis Winston, and I'm going to get to someone in the rushing yards. Probably one of the most popular picks on the slate. I think his line is still too low. Saquon Barkley at 74.5. I love his over here. The Carolina Panthers looked absolutely horrible on Sunday against the run, and that was in a game that they really, really wanted to win for their new addition in Baker Mayfield. I mean, they wanted to stick it to the Browns. I know Baker wanted to as well. It was a tight game, fun one to watch, but it was also fun to watch Nick Chubb absolutely torch them on the ground. 22 carries for 141 yards. That team total gave up 217 yards on the ground. So this team looks like it's going to be a team to target all year on the ground. Not very strong up front. Saquon Barkley is back. That team is riled up too. They go for it they go for it for the 2-point conversion. End up winning the game, and a game they probably shouldn't won. However, they win it. The coach is fired up. All the players are riled up. I love the confidence going into this game, and this is no better spot to target Saquon Barkley while his line is still low. So love Saquon, and I'm definitely buying into Saquon for the rest of the year as well, as long as he stays healthy.
Especially on a team where we see so many guys now in a committee. Barkley's not in a committee, so he's going to get all of the touches. And for prize picks, for really anything, those are the guys you really want to target. So, great pick with Barkley. I really love him this week. I'm going to jump over to receiving yards with Marquise Brown on a new team in Arizona. Had a decent week one, had 9 targets, brought in 6 of them, had 43 yards receiving. His line sitting at 57.5. I like this over. I mean, he played 95% of the snaps. Kyler Murray came out and said, we need to get him the ball at all costs. He needs to get double-digit targets. No matter where he is, I want him to have the ball in his hand. He is our number one, especially with DeAndre Hopkins out until week 7. So he's the number one guy. And you're surrounded on a team with the really bad wide receiving core with Moore most likely not going to play again. An old AJ Green, Brown's got to be the number one guy. Zach Ertz still banged up. He's practiced full, I believe, today as we're recording Friday, so he'll be out there kind of helping out Brown a little bit, but this is still a very low line for somebody we saw with Lamar Jackson, who kind of has the same skill set as Kyler Murray, who runs around and can throw a deep ball, explode for monster games, 120, 130, over 100 yards at 57.5 with that big play upside. Give me this line all day long.
Yeah, I think these two are going to develop a crazy connection over the course of the season. Two good friends, two former college teammates as well. So this game is supposed to be a high total game. It's first high. I mean, it's the number one highest total projected game on the slate as well. So love Marquise Brown in this matchup. I do think that things are going to get rolling with him in this matchup against the Raiders. So I love the 4 picks here, man. I definitely think we're due for a nice bounce back after Thursday. I really like these games this coming up Sunday, and then the Monday night games, a doubleheader. We couldn't ask for anything more. So thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to check out the rest of the video, as well as stay tuned for the rest of the content we're going to be putting out all year. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.